Hello everyone, my name is Channing Young. I'm a volunteer and member here at the Kentucky Railway Museum in New Haven, Kentucky, where restoration of Louisville and Nashville Light Pacific number 152 is currently ongoing. Over the past several years, we've made tremendous progress in the restoration effort in bringing this historic locomotive back into service. Starting all the way back in 2014, the Crew 152 campaign was launched by the Kentucky Railway Museum in an effort to obtain donations to help fund the restoration of the locomotive. In the following year, we had our first official work session where we removed the smoke box door, headlight, gauges, and various other components. And with the help of the museum's crane, the locomotive cab was removed from the locomotive, as well as the boiler jacketing and the insulation to permit a proper ultrasonic inspection. In 2016, work continued by removing the running boards, and the first ultrasonic test was completed. The results of the inspection showed that the boiler would need more repairs than originally anticipated. Work began on removing the boiler from the frame, and in 2019 the boiler was lifted off the frame. Also in 2019, we were awarded a TAP grant of $435,000 by the Commonwealth of Kentucky and began the bidding process for a contractor to complete the required boiler, wheel, and running gear repairs. Following the removal of the boiler, the piston, crosshead, and crosshead guides were removed and inspected, and the front truck assembly was removed from the frame. Various brake, frame, and spring rigging components were cleaned using our Steam Genie pressure washer to remove as much caked-on grease or dirt as possible. In 2022, a major milestone was accomplished by removing the frame from the locomotive's driving wheels so that the wheels could be completely evaluated, along with assessing the condition of all driving boxes. The driving wheels were then lifted and placed onto a trailer and shipped to Next Generation Rail Solutions in Ravenna, Kentucky, located at the Kentucky Steam Heritage Corporation campus. In 2023, Jason and his team focused on addressing multiple cracks in the spokes of the driving wheels. At the same time, the boiler was shipped to Ravenna by truck and mounted on a custom stand. Another complete ultrasonic test was performed, and work commenced to replace known concern components of the boiler and firebox, including the planned replacement of the smoke box, crown sheet, tube sheets, and the first course of the barrel of the boiler. While the wheels and the boiler were at Ravenna, Kentucky, work in New Haven focused on the tender and the tender trucks. It was determined that some of the leaf springs were broken and needed to be repaired, as well as one of the leaf spring planks that supports the leaf springs also needed some welding. To accomplish this, the tender was lifted up, the truck rolled out from underneath of it, and then a temporary shop truck was rolled into position so the tender can still be mobile while the works are still being done. As of recently, work on the tender truck is still in progress, and once the leaf spring plank is repaired and the leaf springs are replaced, it will go back into here and the tender truck will be ready to go back underneath the locomotive's tender. 2024 brought several accomplishments as well as a few setbacks. During the removal of the first course of the boiler, it was discovered that some of the iron rivets were beginning to show signs of cracking. The decision was then made to replace the entire cylindrical sections of the boiler with an all-new welded boiler. This is including a new welded steam dome. This major component has been ordered and is in the fabrication process and is expected to be delivered mid-2025. Work is being done to complete the refurbishment of the firebox to be attached to the new welded boiler barrel. Over the coming months, new braces and stay bolts will be installed, along with new front and rear flue sheets. 2 new driving boxes have been cast and will be machined to fit the frame, along with new shoes and wedges. Also, a new axle for the number 1 driver will be installed.
And there we are. The wheel and the axle are no longer going.
The wheel centers will be trued up on a lathe so we can determine final dimensions for new tires. Finally, the year 2025 marks L&N 152's 120th birthday. Celebrations for this event will include limited edition merchandise as well as special fundraiser excursions where the proceeds will go directly to the restoration of L&N 152. To find out more about these offers, go to the Kentucky Railway Museum's website at www.kyrail.org. With all the work that has been done, there is still a lot more that is needed to complete. This entire project would not be possible without the dedication of the volunteers who have helped with the restoration, as well as donations that we receive from individuals who understand our mission of preserving Kentucky Railroad history and want to help forward that mission by donating towards this cause. If you would like to assist in the restoration effort by working on this historic piece, contact the Kentucky Railway Museum staff at 1-800-272-0152. If you would like to donate towards the restoration of L&N 152, you can do so by going to www.kyrail.org/donate, click on the drop-down arrow and select L&N 152. Whether it's $1, $10, or $500, we will accept any contribution that you are willing to offer. Your tax-deductible contribution will go directly to the restoration effort in bringing this historic L&N steam locomotive back into service along the former L&N Lebanon branch.